Ultra ground music, riding in the good. Now you tighten up, you'll lose. I approve. I bet I step in the proof. Straight ultra ground make all you haters get down. You understand what I'm saying?
I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. I can show you lame, how to do this. Stack your money up, be about your business. They come with a wish list. They come with a wish list. Hey, I met this girl the other night. She said she wanted me and me and money white. Respectfully declined because I said I got a wife. She said she wanted man, her best friend is known around the way. I started hearing about her type. Always with the ball players, that's the one she like. She got it done, and I guess they look alright. They call her princess, but she down in every.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Bryce Young. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Panthers and the Broncos. Next on Madden NFL 25.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a...
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their second-year quarterback now, the #1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it. Because
the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Troy Hill picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So now here are the Broncos to take over on offense, led out by their rookie quarterback, drafted 12th overall, Bo Nix out of Oregon.
Let's go. And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now, because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator of the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
Man open left side, it's Williams. And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos first down as he'll get this down to the 23.
Let's go now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run here with a rookie. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Nix. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away. And the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Panthers offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard. 20 carries, 121 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Young will set to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Now here's Young. Open man. Once again, it's Thielen. Touchdown, Carolina. Adam Thielen. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The leading rusher in NCAA history from Youngstown State. Here's Jaleel McLaughlin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Nix. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On the handoff, McLaughlin. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. To throw, here's Nix. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
The give is to McLaughlin. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Let's go now. Go.
Nix to the air. And his throw here is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went a ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Throwing Nix. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. To throw is Nix. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. There he goes, left side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Nix. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DJ Waddle, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Nix. And he's going to go down again. DJ Waddle. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And taken at the 46. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Young off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. A give up the middle, Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina! Chuba Hubbard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll run. It's McLaughlin. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now of what I'm seeing. This is a defense that essentially announces to everyone that they're going to play, you are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
Number 1 rush defense in the league for a reason, and after that last play, they might want to try to go to the air. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And a good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket. No reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. So we come upon halftime. Intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. On the ground, here's McLaughlin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Looking to throw. Nix. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. A carry for McLaughlin. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This is 2nd and 8. Here's McLaughlin. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's going to air one out. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
On the counter, this is Hubbard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2nd down and 6 now. It's Young off play action. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Young to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Nix, a short one to the tight end, Troutman. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McLaughlin. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Over the middle, he finds Vele. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Back to throw. Nix. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And they'll get this down to the 10. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Estime. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Brings up 2nd and 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Operating from the gun. Nix flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Kick it off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the shotgun, it's Young. That's to the rookie from South Carolina, Xavier Liggett. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Hubbard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's
I want to thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all watching me play right now. Y'all know what's going on.
This across the 20, but not much further.
Just trying to win this game.
The 23-yard line.
PmRC Gaming. We live right now. 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter. 28-7. We up. Going for 6 and 2.
Unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way the opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll get that complete to Vele. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McLaughlin. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
13 yards on the play.
Looking to throw. Nix. Finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now it's Nix. He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Working out of the gun is Nix.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Here's 2nd and 3. And Young's going to throw it here. Lets it fly for Thielen. And got his man complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Carolina. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Panthers, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint.
Yeah.